Welcome to the Todd and Debra Show. This is episode 56.
And once again, we've put too much time in between episodes, but we're kind of like kids that were let out of school for recess and just never came back in. I mean, that's how much we love being outdoors now that we're fully retired. And retirement, by the way, is like being on vacation all the time. Yeah. We're loving the cold weather. It's something we didn't realize we missed when we were living in Southern California. But today, we wanted to share with you a couple of things that have happened in our lives over the past couple of months that were not at all like being on a vacation. But we were so grateful that these things did remind us that you can make yourself better prepared for when this sort of thing, or if this sort of thing happens to you. So first of all, for me, living near Virginia Beach when I was a kid, we went to the beach all the time. And then later in college, we would slather ourselves with baby oil and lie in the sun all day. We thought it was healthy and we looked great, we thought. But the point is, it was setting ourselves up for some very interesting years later in life. I'm freckled and Irish ancestry, and my grandfather, sadly, had died of complications from melanoma. So I knew the risk, but didn't understand how much I was putting myself at risk with the beach going. And later in life, the tanning beds. I went to tanning beds for like 2 decades. Oh, yeah. That's really dangerous too. As much, if not more so, than when you're out lying on the beach in the sun with the baby oil. But at least I got to be orange for a couple of decades. That was great when I was orange, remember? So, paying the price for that, I have had basal cell carcinomas, squamous cell carcinomas, so far no melanomas. But I want to point out the importance of keeping a regular body check regimen or whatever. One showed up on the edge of my ear, you know, the middle edge. Yeah, not the front lobe, not the back part of the lobe, but on that edge, on the rear of your ear. The dermatologist said, well, yeah, you can get cancer anywhere on your body, but it didn't dawn on me till I was driving home. When you're lying in a tanning bed, that part of your ear, the back part there, is like that close to the radiation. So I hope all of you have a close friend, if not a close family member nearby, that can help you with regular body checks. Our derm pointed out for us to check each other's backs where you normally don't look, or any part of your body that you normally don't look at. You can get skin cancer, even melanoma, anywhere. So keep up that body check. Now, when it comes to dangerous things that could happen, Todd's far outweighs mine, right?
Well, yeah, but I've never been in the hospital in my life, my whole life, except the day I was born. So having something come up that was so bad really surprised me, though, because I'd never had anything like that happen. This past June, when I was having really bad abdominal pain and cramping and constipation and things like that, we went to the urgent care place here locally, and they checked me out, and they said, you probably should go to the emergency room right away. Do you want us to call an ambulance? And Debra said, no, I'll drive him. So we went over there, and it turned out that I had Sigmoid Volvulus, which in layman's terms means a twisted colon.
We'll put up a link that you can check out, because even though it's very rare, it can be deadly.
Fortunately, in June, they could do what they called a sigmoid...
A flexible sigmoidoscopy.
And they flipped the colon, and they untwisted it, and everything was fine. And they said, you're great now, but know that this is something that if you've had it once, you're probably going to get it again.
What an awful thing to hear.
Yeah, but the longer you go not getting it again, the better the chance that it won't happen again. So we kept our fingers crossed, but here a few weeks ago, all the symptoms and everything came back. Went back to a regular doctor. He did an x-ray. They said, you should get to the hospital right now. We went to the hospital again, the emergency room, and they took some CTs, and the same thing. They said, yep, it's flipped again. So we knew that this time they were going to have to do surgery to straighten things out. They went in, they did that sigmoid, whatever.
Flexible sigmoidoscopy.
To straighten it out. And then 2 days later, they did a laparoscopic surgery on me to basically cut out part of my colon so that it wouldn't flip again.
Again, it's rare, but it can be deadly because most folks have no idea. They're just like, oh, I'm not passing gas. It's uncomfortable, but it'll resolve itself. And nobody thinks, oh, this could be a deadly thing. But you could become gangrene.
Listen to your body. Listen to things that aren't right. And as you get older, be more careful and go get it checked, because you never know. It's much easier to have the doctor say, oh, all you got is just constipation, than it is to find that you really have something serious. These things all have reminded us about the need for a good diet, where we've talked about the need for good exercise. And because of the fact that we have been watching our diet and exercising, my recovery has been much more effective.
The doctors were flabbergasted how quickly he was healing and out of the hospital. And when we went for his post-op checkup just a few days ago, our primary care physician said, Todd, could you and Debra just teach classes to our other senior citizens to let them know how important it is to really really eat well and exercise.
It's reminded us of the importance of watching out for your body as you get older.
Back in 2012, we just thought for New Year's resolution, we'd walk a mile a day. And after we were still alive, coming back from walking a mile a day, we thought, well, maybe we'll try 2 miles. And then we gradually built up. And we read a book called Salt, Sugar, Fat, which made us give up junk food and processed food and just all the things that are really, really bad for us. And so those things were just decisions we made. But I don't think we realized at the time that we were paving the way for being able to, when we're closing in on 70 now, sort of shock the doctors and surgeons, because I think they were worried at first to see him. They want you to get out and walking around, but Todd wanted to walk further. I was trying to keep up with him. He's pulling his IV thing along, and I'm like, wait for me. But it was wonderful to see that he had that potential for recovery because his body was used to the good foods and hydration. We drink so much water and it helps you in so many ways. It's all things that we all kind of know. You get in the news these days, but until you're doing it, you don't realize how good it can be. We thought we were going to be miserable when we decided to give up junk food and give up red meat and just a lot of things that we thought, well, let's see if we can do it, even though we're going to hate it. But before long, your body just loves that you're doing that, and then it rewards you in this great way. And speaking of rewards, we have to share something we've learned about insurance.
The plans nowadays some of them are really doing some interesting things. Like with us, our Humana plan offers Go 365 program, which basically gives us points for all the exercising we do, and it gives us points for all the tests we have done through our doctors. When we get flu shots, when we get our teeth checked, all these things, they give us points, and the points we can then trade in for Amazon gift cards.
Who doesn't want to have, especially when you're on fixed incomes, to have that sort of thing for something that is going to benefit your health anyway. We were doing all this stuff anyway, but when we moved here, I had a bone density test because my mom had osteoporosis, but so far everything's great for me, but I still have the test, and all of a sudden you tell me, oh, look, you got 500 points or whatever it was, because Humana has that Go 365. Why not take advantage of that? It's like win, win, win. We don't know what's in your area. We didn't have this one back in California, and what we had we thought was the best we could have until we locked into this plan. What a big difference. We're now at the end of open enrollment, but you could start early for researching.
For next time, watch your diet, exercise properly, listen to your body, check out your health insurance, make certain that you're getting all the benefit of the coverage that's out there.
It sounds so, yeah, we've heard about that. But once you're doing it, then when something big does happen, you've got such a better chance at quick recovery. Thanks as always for watching the Todd and Debra Show.
Bye-bye.